Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4. Me and my friend will present our presentation about meristems and stem modification. Okay, the first is the tissue that develop from shoot apex. The shoot apex are the terminal buds of plants that consist apical meristems, young leaves, and immediate surrounding leaf primordial. And I will show you the picture. This is the picture of shoot apex. Yeah, this is the apical meristems, this is the young leaves, and this is the axillary buds. You can see it. Yeah, the apical meristems is the growth region in plants and found in root tips and the tips of the new shoots and leaves. The meristems is the tissue in which growth occur in plants. Yeah, this is the apical meristem in plants. So, if the tissue develop from shoot apex, because in the shoot apex there is apical meristem, which is a growth area in plants.
Hi all, I'm Finalia and I want to explain what meristems from each tissue that are derived. But first, let me tell you what meristem is. Meristem is a tissue in a plant that consists of undifferentiated cells that actively carry out cell division. Meristems give rise to plant tissue and organs, and it's responsible for plant growth. Therefore, meristem develop into various kinds of tissues such as protoderm that will become dermal tissue or epidermis, and then ground meristems that will become ground tissue, or as we know, parenchyme, sclerenchyme, and collenchyme, and then procambium that will become vascular tissues, or as we know, xylem and phloem.
Hello, my name is Salma Ayatunufus. I will explain about plant tissue system. The first is primary tissue. The primary tissue arises from apical meristem, the parent-celly embryonic tissue at the tips of roots and shoots. The primary tissue includes the surface layer or epidermis. The primary vascular tissue is xylem and phloem, which conduct water and food, respectively, and the ground tissue. And the second is secondary tissue. The secondary tissue arises from lateral meristem, and their formation is mainly responsible for the growth in thickness of the stem and roots. They comprise secondary vascular tissue and the protective tissue called periderm. Here I show the table to distinguish primary tissue and secondary tissue. The youngest phase or primary meristem, there is part that is called protoderm, ground meristem, and procambium. After that, the primary tissue phase. In primary tissue phase, protoderm we call epidermis, ground meristem we call pith and cortex, procambium we call primary xylem and primary phloem. After that, lateral meristem phase. In lateral meristem phase, we call cortex is cord cambium, and primary xylem and phloem we call vascular cambium. And the last, the old phase or secondary tissue, cord cambium we call cord and peloderm, and vascular cambium we call secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Thank you.
Hi, I am Aziza and I will explain stem modification. Stem helps in providing structure and support to the plants. There are three important types of stem modification. First is underground modification. There are four kinds of underground modification. First is rhizome. Rhizome is non-green, distinct nodes and internodes. There are auxiliary as well as apical buds. The color of rhizome is commonly brown, and the example is ginger. The second kind is bulb. Many fleshy scaled leaves are present in bulbs, and the base of the bulb consists of a cluster of adventitious roots. The examples are onions and garlic. The third is corm. Corm is spherical in shape with a flattened base. It has distinct nodes and internodes. The auxiliary buds are present on the sides. The examples is colocasia. The fourth is tuber. Tuber doesn't contain adventitious roots, and it eats fleshy parts of the plants with starch food. The example is potato. The second stem modification is subaerial modification. Subaerial modification is which the stem is partly above the ground and partly below the ground. There are four kinds of subaerial modification. First is runner. Runner is a creeper that runs horizontally. The nodes have scale leaves, adventitious roots, and auxiliary buds. The example is cynodon. The second kind is sucker. Sucker rises from the basal part of the main stem. Before separating from the original part plant, it develops adventitious roots and flaky shoots. It also moves horizontally. The example is mentha. The third is stolon. Stolon grows aerially from some time and then bends downwards to touch the ground. Stolon rises from the base of the main stem. Example is jasmine. The fourth is offset. Offset is the stem with shorter and thicker and is found in aquatic plants. The example is pistia.
I'm Fatimah Yulianti. I will explain about aerial modification of stem. The stems are modified into aerial forms to perform important functions such as climbing, food storage, vegetative propagation, and protection. The first type of aerial modification of stem is stem tendrils. Stem tendrils means for climbing. Stem tendrils may be, the first is axillary, for example Passiflora, extra-axillary, example one is Luffa, apical bud, grapevine, floral bud, Antigonon, and the second is thorns. The terminal bud get modified into thorns. Thorns are used as defense organ and help to check transpiration. Example one of thorns is bougainville, and the third is phyloclades. These are leaf modified into scale to check transpiration. This modification is seen in xerophytic plants and stores water. The plant example is Opuntia. The next is cladodes. It is a type of phyloclade which consists of only one internode. This helps in photosynthesis. For example, is asparagus. The next is bulbous. These are modified axillary vegetative or floral buds meant for food storage. They undergo vegetative propagation to form a new plant. For example, this Korea. The last is thalamus. Is it the axis of the flower and contain the flower organ such as kali, corolla, andromecium, and gynoecium. Okay, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Crack it.